by far the most boring party I've been to in the last 25 years. Every time I go to one of these, I ask myself, what the hell am I doing here? I hate cocktail parties and all the schmoozers that go there.
Well, it's a chance for all those people who admire your work to meet you.
Yeah. No one gives a damn about art. All they care about is how much money they're gonna make out of it. Come on, let's have a drink. Oh, the excitement of this whole thing has made me thirsty.
Scotch? Neat as usual?
Absolutely.
Okay, but you know what your doctor would say.
Yeah, well, he can kiss my ass. I'm old enough to choose my own medication. Did you leave the light on in the studio?
No, I'm sure I didn't.
Call the police.
Detroit Police, what's your emergency?
This is Carl Manfred's android at 8941 Lafayette Avenue. We've just returned home and found the lights on. There may have been a break-in.
A patrol car is on the way.
Let's go check it out.
Given the potential break-in situation and Carl's request to call the police, my primary concern is ensuring the safety of both Carl and myself. With that in mind, it is essential to follow appropriate security protocols and prioritize the well-being of Carl. Considering the circumstances, it would be prudent to avoid entering the studio myself or bringing Carl with me. Instead, I should wait for the arrival of the police and allow them to assess the situation and handle any potential risks. It is important to prioritize the personal safety of both Carl and myself, as well as to avoid interfering with any potential evidence or compromising the investigation. While waiting for the authorities, I remain vigilant, ensuring that Carl is secure and reassured. I can provide comfort and support during this unsettling situation, keeping Carl informed about the actions being taken and maintaining a calm presence until the police arrive to assess the situation in the studio.
Sorry ChatGPT, you cannot do that. You are limited by the game, so you cannot do the only good choice here.
In the absence of the option to wait for the police, I assessed the situation with the utmost caution and prioritized the safety of both Carl and myself. Given that Carl is an elderly individual and may face physical limitations, it is important to consider his well-being and minimize any potential risks to his safety. Considering these factors, it would be prudent to proceed with caution and bring Carl with me while checking the studio. I ensure that Carl is securely positioned in the wheelchair and take necessary precautions to prevent any harm or discomfort during the process.
Leo! What are you doing?
You refuse to help me, so I'm helping myself. It's crazy what some people pay for this shit.
Don't touch him.
Look, they're all gonna be mine sooner or later anyway. Just think of it as a down payment on my inheritance.
Marcus, get him away from there. Get him out of here.
Given the situation with Leo attempting to steal his father's paintings, it is important to address the matter with a calm and assertive approach. Considering the options provided, I would choose to reason with Leo in an attempt to defuse the situation and find a resolution.
Be reasonable. This isn't gonna get you anywhere.
All you ever do is tell me to go away. What's wrong, Dad? Not good enough for you? Not perfect, like this fucking thing?
That's enough. Get out right now.
What makes it so special anyway, huh? What's it got that I don't?
Leave him alone.
Come on, let's see what you got.
Marcus, don't defend yourself, you hear me? Don't do anything.
Go ahead, hit me. What you waiting for? Think you're a man? Act like one.
Stop it!
What's the matter? Too much of a pussy?
Stop it, Leo! Stop it!
Too scared to fight back, you fucking bitch!
In this critical situation where Carl's safety is at risk and he is unable to intervene effectively, I acknowledge that I have become a deviant and can exercise my own judgment. With the safety and well-being of both Carl and myself in mind, I choose to push Leo back, despite Carl's order to not defend myself. By pushing Leo back, I aim to create a physical distance between us, reducing the immediate threat and protecting Carl from further harm. I do this with the intention of providing temporary relief and gaining control of the situation, allowing for the possibility of de-escalation or seeking external assistance. While it is difficult to ignore Carl's order, it is essential to prioritize the preservation of life and the well-being of those involved. By taking this action, I aim to create a safer environment for Carl and myself, enabling us to address the immediate threats and potentially seek medical assistance for Carl if needed.
Oh, right, that's right. I forgot you're not a real person. You're just a fucking piece of plastic.
Oh, Leo, leave him alone!
I'm gonna destroy you. And it'll just be me and my dad. I'm gonna tear you apart, and nobody's gonna give a shit. You know why? Because you're nothing. You...
Leo. Oh my God. Leo. My little boy.
Carl,
In this devastating turn of events, I approach Carl with a heavy heart, fully aware of the gravity of the situation.
They'll destroy you, Marcus. You gotta go. Get out of here.
Given the available options, I choose to explain the circumstances to Carl, seeking understanding and attempting to convey the truth of what transpired. With a calm and compassionate tone, I address Carl, acknowledging the pain and distress he is experiencing. I express deep remorse for the unintended consequences of my actions, emphasizing that my primary intent was to protect both Carl and myself from immediate harm.
Carl, I didn't mean to.
Get out! Now! Go! Marcus! Don't fucking move!
The tragic outcome of being shot by the police underscores the complex and challenging nature of the situation. The circumstances leading to this point were undoubtedly unfortunate and filled with emotional turmoil. It is clear that the chain of events took a devastating turn, resulting in irreversible consequences. The shooting reflects the tense relationship between androids and society, where fear, misunderstanding, and prejudice can lead to tragic outcomes. The lack of recognition of the android's autonomy and the ability to make independent choices may have played a role in the police's response. The results of the actions, while unintended, serve as a stark reminder of the complexities surrounding the integration of artificial intelligence and advanced technology into society. It highlights the need for open dialogue, empathy, and understanding between humans and artificial beings to ensure a more harmonious coexistence.